ABC 13 Eyewitness News at 6. Now, breaking news.
Well, let's take a look at this right now at 6. A live look outside there on your left as thunderstorms rumble through southeast Texas.
Yes, there's even a greater chance of flash flooding in the days ahead. We're seeing rain coming down in a lot of different parts of the city, and we want to update you on what's going on in your neighborhood, along with what to expect tonight.
Also, you're looking live right now at this picture. This is the North Freeway here at Patton, where we're seeing some flooding right there. We'll have to get back to that in just a minute, but first let's get straight over to Chief Meteorologist Travis Herzog for the latest.
And Eric, we're going to experience more wet roadways like that are taking on water in the days ahead. The heavy storms with this wave of rain that earlier pushed through Houston, now southwest, right along that 59-69 corridor over much of Fort Bend County. A tremendous amount of lightning is coming down here as well. And this is where we're getting rain verified by gauges of over 2 inches per hour. And most of our local drainage systems are designed to handle 2 inches in 1 hour. Anything over that, and the streets start to take on water. So hopefully that our homes don't flood. That's the way they are designed. So if you see water in the roadways, in most cases, that's working as designed. Over 200 lightning strikes here in this part of Fort Bend County over the past 10 minutes. Meanwhile, we have an active flash flood warning that'll wind down at 6:30 just to the east of Humble, north of Crosby, right east of Lake Houston. We picked up over 6 inches of rain, 4 of that in just 1 hour earlier there, right along Cedar Bayou. So a lot of water has fallen in this part of Harris County, and so we're going to expect to see a lot of soggy waterways and roadways in the days ahead. Earlier, this was a flash flood emergency just east of Winnie and Stowell. It's been downgraded to a regular old flash flood warning now, extended until 7:30. But when you look at the rainfall estimates by Doppler radar, just in the last 12 hours, nearly a foot of rain along this stretch of Interstate 10, thankfully in a very rural part of Jefferson County. But the heaviest rains, the highest accumulations, for the most part, have been north of I-10 today, but they continue to spread off to the south. And FutureTrack indicates that just about everyone is at least going to get something out of this wave of rain. By 9 p.m., most of that heavy rain is offshore. Still some lingering showers inland, but we dry out as we get towards 11 o'clock this evening, and we await the arrival of our next wave of rain. There will be multiple waves of heavy rain in the days ahead. Your chance of getting measurable rain tomorrow is at 70%. The greatest concern for flooding, not just of streets, but of creeks, bayous, rivers, that's going to be picking up Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Very high rain chances here. We'll break down those flood risks for you as the flash flood watch continues until 7 a.m. Thursday. The expectation right now is that 4 to 8 inches of rain will be common by 7 a.m. on Thursday, but there will be some spots that easily pick up over a foot of rain, and we'll time everything out for you coming up in your full forecast.
Thank you. Well, we also want you to be aware of this road closure. Both the east and westbound lanes of Sawdust Road between Grogan's Point and Widmeyer Lane are shut down because of power lines that are down across the road. Right now, we don't know how long repairs will take, but you should avoid this area at this time if you want to keep your nerves intact. Let's go over now to ABC 13's Maya Shea. She is in North Houston monitoring the rain situation there. I see the grounds are wet. Is the rain still coming down, Maya?
The rain is still coming down, but we're just on a bridge, the Patton Street Bridge over 45, because I wanted to show you this incident. On this side, you can see traffic flowing smoothly, but I can say, if you're going outbound downtown north on 45, you're going to be significantly delayed because of the standing water. The mobility response team by the city of Houston actually has the right lanes blocked because they don't want cars to get stranded in this water. So you're going to have significant delays until you get to Patton. And this looks like, for those of you who are familiar with the Houston area, it looks like a drainage issue, that perhaps there's a drain that has not been cleared along 45 North, and that is what's causing the backup, because the rest of the area around here seem to be going smoothly. Like even though it's raining, the rest of the area surrounding 45 can handle the water, the drainage situation, but this, we certainly have a backup issue. You can see the debris, and it's causing significant delays along 45 in this area. And you're going to see spots like this throughout our highways. We all know that whenever it rains, traffic backs up anyway, but I can tell you, before I got to this location, I was going about 2-3 miles an hour from downtown all the way to Patton, just north of Main Street. So it is a significant delay. You have to be prepared for that. Take a look and be patient throughout the evening, because even though I'm showing you one blockage here, you can bet there are others throughout our highway system because we got a lot of highways, a lot of drains, and we know not all of them are cleared in time for this storm. For now, we're live on Northside. Maya Shea, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, Maya, thanks for the update right there. We've also got Mayra Moreno right now in Southeast Houston with what conditions are looking like there. Mayra?
Eric, the conditions here are not so bad. It was actually coming down pretty steady and heavy when we were on during Live at 5. But as you can see now, it almost looks like there's a break in the clouds. So it's really just stopped raining. It's just like a little bit of drizzle that we can see. It wasn't the case about 30 minutes ago or so, but it looks like traffic is picking up as well, but people still taking it slow on this side of the highway. Again, really nothing major to report here in this area, which is pretty good news. But who's to say that's not going to change within the next few days? As we know, more rain is on the way. That's the very latest. Reporting live from Southeast Houston, Mayra Moreno, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
It is definitely an evening to take a look at your phone, listen to the weather forecast, and check to see if you really want to get out tonight. This is where Maya was, I-45, the North Freeway, the view from North Main, just one lane, barely getting by when you get right past the water. And yes, it's blocked off as they wait for that water to be drained. Another look across the area shows us what's happening on the southwest side right now. Travis was telling us about heavy rain in the Fort Bend County area. This is the Southwest Freeway at the Brazos River. And although you don't see heavy traffic volume, you do see slightly slower speeds. People just having trouble going at full speed due to the poor conditions, and you see the lightning out there as well. Let me show you what's happening, and we see the slow drive times along with this rain. It's going to be I-10 headed out west, also 59 down to the Sugar Land area, and where Mayra was over near Hobby Airport, not quite as bad. It's more usual traffic conditions at this hour. The rain in that spot along the Gulf Freeway, not quite as bad.
All right, Elisa, thank you. We want to take you live now to Kingwood. We sent one of our photojournalists to check out reports of drivers stranded by high water there. He did find a few cars left there on the road with their hazards on. So it would appear there was high water at some point this afternoon, but apparently not anymore, as you can see from that live picture. From what we can tell, roads look fairly clear, although certainly in one direction they are slowed down because it is rush hour after all, Eric.
It certainly is.
Now, if you want to stay updated on the weather in your neighborhood or to get a closer look at the radar, download the ABC 13 app or visit our website at abc13.com.
And almost every inbound lane of the Gulf Freeway near Griggs was blocked off for hours today as police investigated a possible road rage shooting.
Yes, those lanes are finally beginning to open back up, but now heavy rain hitting that area as well. The shooting happened just after noon today. We're still gathering details, but right now we know that 4 cars were seen weaving in and out of traffic. One of those cars hit the concrete barrier twice. That driver was shot by another driver involved in all of this. Good Samaritan stopped and tried to help, but that victim died.
Well, some terrifying moments for a mother just trying to enjoy a day at the Astros game with her family.
It was very frightening, very frightening. It was my youngest son's first baseball game, and that's what he had to experience.
Attacked and badly beaten outside Minute Maid Park. ABC 13's Tom Abrams spoke with that victim in a story you'll only see on ABC 13. Tom?
This is a cautionary tale. Be aware of your surroundings, because if not, you could become a victim of violence. Chris Langston still bears the scar from his tussle with the man who assaulted his wife.
She wasn't on her cell phone. She, we're talking about a baseball game as we're coming out of it, and never expected anything like that.
It happened last Tuesday after the Astros game at Minute Maid Park. He, his wife, and their 2 children were on their way to their car when 2 men approached them. One, they say, from nowhere, started hitting Paula Langston on the head.
I'm still in shock, and I just keep wondering, like, what if he would have had a knife in his hand instead of his fist, and what if they would have went after my kids instead of me?
Chris then chased the man down. They fought. HPD intervened and arrested 23-year-old Glenn Milburn. He's charged with aggravated assault with bodily injury. And though he's already bonded out, we've learned he was sentenced to 90 days for the same crime in December. And in 2019, he was sentenced to 6 months for aggravated assault and a terroristic threat. HPD does not recommend chasing an attacker, but does have advice about staying safe.
It's more important to be aware of your surroundings. The only thing you should have in your hand are your keys.
Milburn is homeless, one of 4,000 people experiencing homelessness right now in our area. No doubt you have seen the tent communities, especially downtown near Minute Maid. The Houston Coalition for the Homeless is horrified by what happened. But while they say the homeless population is increasing in other cities, in Houston it is shrinking thanks to governmental and nonprofit intervention. And the key to preventing violence against or perpetrated by homeless people is intervention and housing.
We know that once people are housed, 80% of those people, now it's gone up to 90% of those people stay in that housing, which means they don't end up back on the streets, and it means they don't end up in jail.
The Langstons hope their experience serves as a warning to others.
If it happened to me, it could happen to anyone.
In Houston, Tom Abrams, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Well, cruises are coming back to Galveston when you can expect to see the first ship leave the port after an unprecedented year. But right now, we also want to give you another look live at the North Freeway. This is at Patton, where we are seeing some highway flooding. We'll have more updates on the weather all over Houston after the break.